How to buy a motorhome. Setting out to buy a motorhome can be a daunting task. However, purchasing a motorhome will allow you to travel and spend quality time with your significant other and/or family. Before you purchase a motorhome, do research to decide what you are looking for. When you shop for a motorhome, use as many shopping outlets as possible to find the best deal. When it comes time to finalize your purchase, make sure the motorhome is in good condition and you can get it for a reasonable price. Part 1. Doing your homework. 1. Determine what type of travel you will do. If you plan on taking small weekend camping trips, for example, a trailer or other small motorhome may fit your needs. However, if your travel will consist of extended trips lasting multiple weeks or even months, you might consider getting a more full-service motorhome, e.g., one with a kitchen, bathroom, and the ability to drive itself. Understanding your travel habits will dictate the type of motorhome you look for and the features you want it to have. 2. Figure out which type of motorhome fits your needs. Motorhomes come in many shapes and sizes. The number of options you have is almost limitless. Generally speaking, most motorhomes fall within one of three categories. Class A motorhomes are the large vehicles containing all the amenities you can think of. These vehicles are best for long-distance traveling and large families. Class B motorhomes, known as camper vans, offer many of the same features as Class A motorhomes within a smaller, more maneuverable package. Most Class B motorhomes are built on full-size van chassis and drive like large SUVs. Class C motorhomes are a cross between Class A's and Class B's. These motorhomes are a little easier to drive than Class A motorhomes, but usually have more amenities and space than Class B motorhomes. 3. Ask yourself how big your motorhome needs to be. Each category of motorhome comes in many different sizes. As a rule of thumb, the longer the motorhome will stay in one location, the longer it can be. Longer motorhomes are harder to maneuver on the road but are nice to have when they are parked. Additionally, smaller motorhomes can be increased in size by utilizing outdoor space, e.g., bringing awnings, screen rooms, and folding chairs. If you plan on driving your motorhome often, consider a smaller one with quality storage space. 4. Determine what you want in an interior. The interior of your motorhome should match the lifestyle you live. If you are driving the motorhome on a lot of dirt roads and campgrounds, having carpet throughout might not be a good idea. However, if you plan on staying at resort, like motorhome parks, carpet may be a good option. Additionally, make sure your motorhome has enough seats with seat belts to accommodate everyone that would ever travel with you. 5. Identify how much sleeping space you need. Finding a motorhome that can sleep everyone in your party comfortably will be important. When thinking about sleeping space, consider the following. Dinettes and sofas that are advertised as sleeping spaces are usually meant for children. These sleeping spaces are often small. Make sure you know the dimensions of these sleeping spaces. Many beds in motorhomes are not standard sizes. Even if they are advertised as queens or kings, they may not actually be. Always get the exact dimensions of the beds when looking around. A lot of beds will be situated against walls, which means it can be difficult for people to get out of bed while others are sleeping. Bedrooms also need to have ample storage space for clothes and other bedroom essentials. Will closets be big enough to hang clothes freely? Is there enough dresser space to store the rest of your clothes? 6. Assess your need for a kitchen. If you plan on using the kitchen a lot to cook full meals, maybe a stove and oven are necessary. However, for a lot of people, a simple microwave will be sufficient. In addition to appliances, consider how much storage space you will need. think about foregoing a kitchen altogether. A lot of people never use motorhome kitchens because they are grilling outside or eating at restaurants. Don't spend money on a kitchen if you don't plan on using it. 7. Determine your bathroom needs. Most motorhome purchasers either want a large bathroom with a number of amenities or a small bathroom with only the essentials. While some people want things like bathtubs, consider how much hot water you will have access to. Most motorhomes have hot water heaters that hold only 6 to 10 gallons of hot water at a time. When doing your research and looking at motorhomes, get the dimensions of the bathroom and shower to make sure you can stand and move around comfortably. 8. Review slide-out options. Slide-outs are the rooms that slide into the motorhome while you are driving and slide out while you are parked. Slide-outs can greatly increase the amount of room you have in your motorhome, which can be nice when you have a large family. However, slide-outs increase the weight, complexity, and cost of your motorhome. Additionally, the cost of maintaining and fixing slide-outs can be prohibitively high. 9. Choose how connected you want to be. If you are using your motorhome to get away from the real world and relax without being bothered, you may not need wireless internet or satellite television. However, a lot of motorhome purchasers will live in their unit for extended periods of time. In these instances, it might be nice to be able to connect to the internet and watch television. Whatever your needs are, make sure the motorhome you are looking at can accommodate your needs. 10. Obtain the proper license. Due to the size and maneuverability of motorhomes, a lot of states restrict who can drive them. Each state will have different requirements, so make sure you check with your state Department of Motor Vehicles for the proper licensing procedures. Generally speaking, in order to drive a motorhome, you will need to do the following. Be over the age of 21. Get a special class of driver's license or endorsement if your motorhome weighs over a certain amount, usually around 15,000 pounds gross vehicle weight rating. Get a special class of driver's license or endorsement if your motorhome is over a certain length, usually around 40 feet or longer. Part 2. Shopping for a motorhome. 1. Rent for a week or 2. Renting a motorhome will give you an opportunity to drive a large vehicle to determine if you like it. Renting will also allow you to sleep in the motorhome and use its amenities to determine what you like and don't like, and what you need and don't need. Find a dealer or company that rents motorhomes and rent something similar to what you would buy. 2. Get financed. The cost of a motorhome will depend on a limitless number of factors. Although motorhomes can be considered a type of vehicle, they are actually more akin to a home. Most motorhomes will start at around $60,000 but can run into the millions pretty easily. To pay for your motorhome, consider going to your bank and asking about financing options. By determining how much money you can get before you shop, you will know exactly how much you can spend. Your bank will help you determine the type and amount of loan you can get based on your credit score, income, and banking history. Most financing will be through personal unsecured loans. Personal loans often have low, fixed interest rates, which act to lower your monthly payment. Additionally, having an unsecured loan means you will not have to put up your motorhome as collateral in order to get the money. 3. Speak to other motorhome owners. Before going anywhere, talk to family and friends that have motorhomes. Ask them about their buying experience and how they made their important purchases. Talking to current and previous owners will help you determine what route you will want to take when you purchase yours. If you do not personally know anyone with a motorhome, find internet chat rooms and online forums where you can talk to other owners. Find these internet sources by conducting quick searches through Google or other search engines. Try searching for RV chat rooms or motorhome online forums. 4. Look at new and used motorhomes. Motorhomes are expensive investments, and because of this, it can often be advantageous to look for both new and used models. While buying a new motorhome can be attractive, you can usually find good deals on used motorhomes if you know where and how to look. When buying a new motorhome, your main concern will be negotiating a fair price. However, when purchasing a used motorhome, you must take much more into consideration. For example, in addition to price, you must also research the motorhome's history, example, who owned it, how many miles are on it, what condition the motorhome is in, and if it has ever been in an accident. 5. Search online. Start your search online to get an idea of prices before you talk to anyone in person. Online searches will also give you the ability to search for sales across the country in places you cannot readily visit in person. When you shop online, use reputable websites. For example, try rvt.com, rvzen.com, and campingworld.com. These websites will allow you to search listings by make, model, price, and other criteria. When you shop online, have someone available to look over the motorhome in person. Be prepared to travel a long distance to pick up your purchase. If you cannot travel, you might be able to pay someone to transport the motorhome to you. 6. Visit motorhome shows. Motorhome shows usually take place in huge convention centers and parking lots during the spring, summer, and fall months. During these shows, motorhome manufacturers will bring a number of models and park them for people to look through. These shows offer a great opportunity for you to see all the different styles in one place. Additionally, because the manufacturers will be physically present, you will be able to get all of your questions answered by the most knowledgeable individuals. 7. Go to motorhome dealers. Different dealers will have different manufacturers and models on hand. Like car dealerships, motorhome salespeople will usually greet you immediately to try and make a sale. Do not get intimidated or pressured into buying something. Take as much time as you need and visit as many dealerships as you need. When buying from dealerships, be firm but respectful. Do your research ahead of time and be prepared to walk away if you do not get a reasonable offer. Tell the salesperson what you are willing to spend on a certain model and stick to it. 8. Shop directly with the manufacturer. Most manufacturers will have websites where you can look through all the models available and customize them to your needs. The websites may even discuss the manufacturer's suggested retail price, MSRP, which can help you determine what your motorhome might cost. Part 3. Finalizing the purchase. 1. Check to see if the manufacturer is still in business. While some parts of the motorhome will be made by third parties, a lot of the doors, siding, trim pieces, and bumpers are made by the manufacturer. If the manufacturer is out of business, you may not be able to get replacement parts should you ever need them. 2. Test, drive the motorhome. When you test, drive the motorhome, take it on the type of roads you plan on using it on. For example, if you plan on driving on a lot of dirt roads, test, drive the motorhome on dirt roads. If you plan on driving on the highway a lot, test, drive it on the highway. Make sure the mirrors are in good working order and make sure your blind spots are manageable. If you do not feel comfortable driving the motorhome, you will not likely use it. 3. Weigh the motorhome. The weight of a motorhome is extremely important as it will dictate the type of license you need, what roads it can be driven on, where it can be taken, and the likely cost of maintaining it. When you are test driving the motorhome, take it somewhere to have it weighed. Ideally, the motorhome should be weighed at all 4 wheels. At the very least, each axle should be weighed. Compare the weight of the motorhome to the manufacturer's recommendations. Also, consider whether the motorhome is empty or full. A loaded motorhome can add hundreds of pounds and can greatly affect how the motorhome operates and performs. 4. Inspect the motorhome. Ask the shop to look the motorhome over to make sure everything is in good condition. In addition to checking the wheels, brakes, lights, engine, and transmission, ask to have the chassis looked at as well. You want to make sure the chassis year matches the motorhome year, and you also want to make sure the chassis isn't bent. 5. Factor in maintenance costs. Like any vehicle, your motorhome will have to be serviced on a regular basis to make sure it stays in good condition. Some motorhomes will have higher maintenance costs than others. For example, motorhomes with a lot of electronics and other bells and whistles will usually cost more to service than other motorhomes without those features. In addition, some service stations will not be able to service the motorhome you have. Therefore, take the motorhome to your local service shop and ask whether the motorhome can be serviced there and, if so, how much routine maintenance is likely to cost. 6. Negotiate an acceptable price. Start by gathering important financial information, which will include how much financing you have been offered by your bank and how much cash you have on hand for a down payment. Next, collect information that will help you negotiate with a salesperson. This information will include comparable prices at other dealerships, online prices, and MSRPs. Take this information to the salesperson and make a reasonable offer. Negotiating the price of a motorhome is very similar to being able to negotiate car price. In all likelihood, the salesperson will try to get the most for the motorhome as is possible. Make sure you have a walking away price that you will not go above. If the salesperson is unwilling to part with the motorhome for an agreeable price, be willing to walk away. 7. Finalize the purchase. If a price can be agreed upon, shake hands with the salesperson and make the purchase. You will have to sign a contract executing the purchase, so make sure you understand exactly what you are signing. If you have any concerns, do not finalize the sale until you have talked to someone about your concerns. This might include asking a lawyer for help. 8. Get insured. Motorhome insurance will usually be offered by the same insurance company that offers car insurance. Call the company you have other insurance policies with and ask for a motorhome quote. Most motorhome policies will help cover collisions, fires, hail, animals, vandalism, and low branches and overhangs. Additionally, with some additional coverage, you might be able to protect your attachments, including awnings, satellite dishes, and TV antennas.